Well, high-end basketball skills aren't the only talents being showcased in Indiana this month. During March Madness, hundreds of visual artists, musicians, dancers, and other creative industry professionals have turned downtown Indianapolis into a sidewalk art gallery called Swish. We get details now on the Arts and Cultural Festival from Arts Council of Indianapolis Director of Public Art, Julie Muney Moore. And Julie, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
This is, I think, really an amazing display of talent of Indianapolis's arts and culture community as well. Talk about, Julie, how this kind of started, because I think it was going to be part of the Final Four when it was just going to be the Final Four here. But now with everything here, Swish expanded as well.
Yes, absolutely. We were going to do something having to do with the arts and culture community for the Final Four, but we never imagined it would be anywhere near this big. And as soon as that decision was made, we just blew it out of the water.
Yeah, and I've heard from a number of people. Indeed, that's a great description, just in terms of the magnitude and the variety, the diversity of arts and artists taking place down there. Give us. Tough to do it in a limited amount of time, but just give us an idea of what people are seeing downtown with the Swish exhibit.
Wow, we have over 650 Indianapolis creatives that are showcased. It's an outdoor arts and cultural festival. We have murals in storefronts. We have scheduled and pop-up performances. We have 4 court murals that are interactive, 3-dimensional murals that you can literally step into and interact with. We have a public art tour. And we've got some basketball history tours, and the live entertainment is just, you know, sometimes we don't even know where it's going to be. It'll just pop up.
That's great. I think it's a great example too, and you and I were talking about this off camera, and the fact that sports and arts and culture really have been for a long time great teammates, if you will, here in Indianapolis. And this is really a great example of how sports and the arts can come together and have tremendous impact.
Yes, absolutely. People aren't just interested in one thing when they come to Indianapolis. They're not just interested in the game. They're interested in seeing everything that we have to offer. And the arts is an important part of what we have to offer.
How important is this opportunity as well for the artists from the timing of when it's happening now, coming out of the pandemic? And obviously the pandemic has had a dramatic effect on everyone, but in particular the arts community.
Yeah, the arts community experienced about 32,000 cancellations.
Wow.
And with every cancellation, that's an artist not getting paid or a venue not receiving any income. So this is extremely challenging, and to have the opportunity to put some income into the hands of artists is just astonishing.
Yeah. What about the opportunity for Indianapolis, and certainly quality of place, quality of life, very important in the economic development world, in attracting companies and keeping companies and talent here? This chance to showcase what's here, how big of an opportunity is that for the arts community?
It's huge. Whenever we have whenever we have people coming from all over the country and even the world for such a high-profile event, they're not just looking at the event; they're looking at everything, who we are and what we have to offer, and envisioning themselves here. And it is absolutely something that can turn into much more things down the road.
Yeah, Julie, as we wrap up here, give us an idea. What are you hearing? What's some of the feedback you're hearing from people to Swish Indy?
Well, first of all, they're saying we had no idea that there were so many good artists in Indianapolis. And these are people who live here, which is really amazing. And then we're seeing visitors saying, Indy is fun. Indy is exciting, you know, and they really rolled out the welcome mat for us. And I think arts are very much part of that welcome mat.
Very well said. The Swish Arts and Cultural Festival continues in downtown Indianapolis, really making a splash, if you will, during March Madness. And Julie Muney Moore, really appreciate you taking the time to join us, and good luck with the rest of March Madness and beyond.
Thank you very much. Take care.
All right.